As we wait for the president to speak in D.C., we are back new at 6 with the scandal everyone is talking about in Washington. Did the IRS or some of its employees intentionally target conservative political groups?
And we are waiting to hear from the president. It was a big topic on Capitol Hill today. Attorney General Eric Holder told a congressional panel that crimes may have been committed by IRS employees, and he pledged that his department's investigation would be fair. But there are some local conservatives who say they were intentionally targeted and want to know how this was able to happen. 10 on Your Side has reaction tonight. Our Andy Fox is here with more on the local side of this story. Andy?
Yeah, Tom, go to the local Tea Party. They'll tell you they were targeted. That's what they'll tell you, and they'll say that they have been unfairly targeted simply because they do not support President Obama. Keith Freeman builds these homes by day. His other job is chairman of the Hampton Roads Tea Party.
The spider in the web is Barack Obama. He is the one. I mean, he's worse than Nixon ever thought of being.
Freeman holds the president and the Internal Revenue Service responsible for unfairly targeting the Hampton Roads Tea Party.
Tea Party, that's in our name. So they were targeting anybody with Patriot, Tea Party, 9/12, anything like that.
Last week, the IRS had to admit that is true. Certain conservative groups like the Tea Party were targeted.
To make sure that what happened and was outrageous, as I've said, and if we have to bring criminal actions, so that kind of action, that kind of activity does not happen again.
Freeman's group targeted and gave up seeking 501c4 tax-exempt status after a year and a half of bureaucratic red tape.
They wanted to know what campaigns we were involved with, issues and candidates, how much money we had expended towards each one of those.
The local Tea Party's new application is pending, and Freeman is watching the upcoming hearings in Washington.
I would like somebody held accountable. Chuck Schumer signed a letter with several other senators asking for the IRS to investigate Tea Party groups and organizations. Well, if that's not direction by our government against us, I don't know what is.
Freeman says those same senators are now acting outraged with what the IRS has done. Line up the witnesses and get to the bottom of it, Freeman says.
The agent that was working on the case, who directed you to do this? When they finger that person, who directed you to do this? When they finger that person, who directed you to do this?
And that is the way you get to the bottom of it, he says. Congressional hearings in Washington are on Friday, and you can you can absolutely bet there'll be a big, huge political fight there, and you know that we'll be covering it. That's the latest on what's been going on here. I'm Andy Fox, 10 on Your Side.